So we're finally going to do this Q&A with y'all.
We've been getting a lot of questions, so we've just been saving them just so we can make this video.
All right, so what do we have first?
Okay, some of our first questions on, and I'm just taking them, I just have screenshots on my phone.
If you could give advice to a young couple who is still growing together, what would you say?
Still growing together?
Yeah, communication is key. Be transparent.
Open, honest. I think it's something about growing together is that people come to relationships already with baggage. It's nothing we can do about that. So just being open and honest about, what you want out of that relationship and the expectations you have for your partner.
Right.
Tips on letting someone you love go.
Cut it. You need to cut it.
I don't know. A lot of people think I'm rude or I'm mean, but I will block you.
Verizon block or whoever your provider is, call them. That's what she would do.
Yeah, I would totally complete today. I still will. So not to you. But no, like social media block, because it's something about, for me, and I do that for me. It is a little bit of like a revenge thing, but for me, every time my phone rings, like I'm like, is it you? Are you apologizing? Are you making it right? And it's every time the phone rings and it's not that person, it's that disappointment all over again, and it's just a cycle. So to me, I'd rather cut that out and just block you. You can't reach me, sorry. And I think just spending time on yourself and thinking about yourself, spending time with friends. Whenever I'm going through something, I like to read. I get really into listening to music and reading. So to me, I just think really just focusing on yourself just to get over that person is the best plan.
What's next?
When are you ladies planning a meet and greet?
We haven't been planning.
No, we haven't.
But we'll figure something out.
I think it would be a cute idea, especially because it's so many people in Atlanta to do like a big meet and greet. I'd be into that. So comment below and let us know if you'd be interested as well.
Okay. Do you want children in the future? If so, what sex are you hoping for?
This is our most asked question.
Okay, so this is for everybody.
Yeah.
To forever be broken. Yes, we want kids.
The sex?
We want a girl.
I want 2 girls. And I'm so glad that it's God's choice what children we're gonna have, because the Queen wants a boy and a girl.
I do.
And I don't know. I just like girls.
So yeah,
I want to do their hair. I want to have little Afro babies.
You can do your son's hair.
I mean, he may want to be an Afro baby. It depends on what kind of baby he comes out as. But you just think about girls. You think about dressing them up, and I don't know. It's just something about a girl. And then I think about me and my mom's relationship and how we were like best friends growing up. And then I want to have little best friends walking around.
So yeah, a girl.
In my image.
What you got next?
Jamila, what products do you use for your hair, or at least your most used? I get this question a lot, and currently my hair is in a wrap. I got some Cleo braids in my head. My most used products are Cream of Nature. I absolutely love their products. I use their shampoo, their co-wash, their conditioner, and I also use their twisting products, and that's really my staple products. I think because I've been natural maybe like 7 years that I'm just not into products anymore. Of course, when you first get natural, you're like, oh, products. I'm not into it. I just go, I found out what works best for me. I use it, wash my hair once a week, do my hair once a week, and I keep it moving. I'm so low maintenance when it comes to my hair. Any vacation spot that you want to go and have never been?
San Francisco.
I do want to go to San Fran. I want to go to Hawaii. We've been hearing such great things about Hawaii.
I want to go to Trinidad. I want to go to Barbados, Jamaica.
I want to go to Grenada because I tell people I'm Grenadian. Every island, I just want to try. Oh, I think for my 30th, I did want to go to Dubai, but I think that I do want to go to Africa. What I think my plan is now, and I'm going to put it out there, is that for my 30th birthday, I would like to figure out my ancestry. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. And I would like to go to the country where my percentage is most from, where my DNA is most from. And I think that would be really good for my 30th birthday. You want to do that too?
Sure, babe.
I'm not far from 30, but I have some time
to plan
it.
Yeah. Where we at?
Right here.
Hey ladies, I would like to know how to stop letting money issues ruin your marriage.
I think if shoe companies stop releasing shoes. That was a joke.
I think that you kind of got to know your partner, know how they operate, know their spending habits, and it may be that either you guys can split like we do, we split the responsibility, or if the other person they're not really good with the money, maybe that other person should just go ahead and take the bull by the horn and just take care of all the bills and the money. And then, that's something you can go to counseling about as well,
That is, money issues are tough because you really have to be transparent with someone and how you spend your money and what your available money is.
Right.
So it's good if you sit down and write all your bills out and say, okay, after all my bills are paid, I owe XYZ. And we have talked about that in a video, so we'll actually post the link to that video just about finances and relationships. But it's just about transparency and just about also your expectations. Do you expect your partner to take on the more financial load or do you not? So it's just about honesty.
All right.
Next one. Have you ever felt like a relationship was doomed from the beginning, but you continued to stay in it?
Yes.
Not a relationship, a situationship.
Situationship, for sure.
Definitely.
And that's why it was just that.
Yeah.
Don't
and
do
it didn't go anywhere. I know it's hard because sometimes you feel like you're not going to meet anyone else or this person gets you or you click. But if you know that person's not right for you, you're really literally holding yourself up from meeting someone you are right for.
Agreed. All right.
What are some, for the lack of a better word, rules when you work but your wife cannot find a stable job?
I can't really speak on 100%. We haven't been like that.
No.
I don't know.
I think it will be about making sure you're only spending money on the things that you guys absolutely need. And it would also depend on the situation. Is your partner not able to find a stable job because maybe they are creative or they're really trying to find themselves or they're trying to find that best job that fits for them? I think with us being in kind of corporate jobs, it's a little different because it's a lot more stable, and that was our choice and the benefit for us to stay in those stable job roles. But it's different. It depends on the person and the relationship, but that is a tough one.
And then I feel like if your partner is taking care of the bulk of the financial responsibilities in the household, then you just do other stuff around the house to make sure you appreciate it. Maybe cook, clean, just fit in somewhere. Just not seem like you're just laying around flicking a remote,
Ooh. How do you deal with dating someone with major trust issues?
Ooh, that's a tough relationship.
That is a tough relationship because at some point, do they have trust issues because you broke their trust, or is it because someone in the past broke their trust? If it's someone in the past, then really, honestly, they kind of should have resolved that before they got in a relationship. But if you broke that trust, it's honestly in some situations you just have to wait it out, right?
Yeah, you gotta actually gain that person's trust again, and we'll show that you're changing. Let those things be known,
But I'm also a person that if someone has made a mistake, if you're going to stay with them, then it's not cool to keep bringing things up. Because if you want a better relationship, you kind of at that point have to act like it's a better relationship. And if you guys are both putting in effort, then it's not hard. You just have to catch yourself from saying, oh, yeah, you want to go out. Yeah, you about to meet Keisha.
Right.
That's who you about to meet. So,
Why you use Keisha?
That was just the first name that came to my head. But Keisha is your mistress.
Yeah, she is. That's why I wanted to know why you used
No, I think that was just the first. I think I was thinking about Belly or something. That was the first.
Ladies, ever been in an interracial lesbian relationship? If so, did it impact the relationship at all? I've never been in an interracial relationship.
No, I haven't either.
All right. So let's go with, how do you resolve conflict in your relationship? We don't argue a lot, but when we do, it goes down. So, we'll talk about it or we will not talk about it. Or Jamila just will say, we need to go to counseling.
Yeah. Can't nip it in the bud. I'm trying to think because I think in the last 2 years, I feel like we've only had maybe 3.
I was going to say 3 too.
Yeah, it's only 3 major arguments. And then the next day, it's never been days where we go without talking
I
to
wouldn't
each
play
other.
that. I wouldn't play that. I'm like, oh, so you still mad?
And Sequina has slept like downstairs.
Yes.
She will do that.
I wonder when she gonna sleep on the couch.
I'm not. Like, you can either sleep. Your choices are to sleep next to me or on the couch, and that is your choice.
Yeah, so.
Because I'm a Leo. I can sleep next to you, man. I'll act like you're not there.
Look, I still rub my feet on you?
No feet. Is that a ghost? What?
Yes, she
Is
was.
someone in the house with me?
Anyway. The most romantic moment in your relationship.
It would have to be, okay, let me set the scene. Okay. It's New Year's Day, and I am in my white dress. I'm North Face, which means my makeup was beat, and I am walking towards the staircase, and I see my lady in blue. Woo! Sequinta Brown. Well, it's not Brown now, just Brown then. Yeah, that was the most romantic. And Sequina's face when she saw me was so lit up. And in the time, I couldn't appreciate it. But when I look back at videos, I really do. Because at the time, I was just like, okay, we got about a good 30 minutes to take these pictures.
I think we could show a picture or a video.
Oh, the video. Like, just seeing her face. Like, my mom jokes that she was looking at me like I was a pork chop.
So, for me, So,
I thought I said ours.
no. So, me, picture, it's January 2nd.
Dun, 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 dun.
Family's still in town, but everybody's like doing their own thing. We go back to our house, turn the key, nobody's there but us. She has on her nice champagne colored robe. I have on my white robe. We pop a bottle. we chairs in the bed, lay back, talk about our relationship. And because I fell asleep the night of the wedding, took care of business.
She did fall asleep, like.
Don't say it. Took care of business.
When did you know that you were in love with your mate?
She probably knew like the second day that she had met me.
I met this girl when I was 3 years old, and what I love most, she has so much soul. She said, "Excuse me, little homie, I know you don't know me, but my name is Wendy, and I like to blow trees. And from that point, I never blow up." Okay, sorry.
Hey, I didn't know you was about to bust out a rap, but that was dope.
When did you first know that you were in love with your mate? In love, not just love. Because when I first met Sequina, like, not when I first met her, maybe like 2 or 3 months later, she had told me that she loved me. And I was like, I love you too. And that was like such a sweet moment. And then like we had moved in together. And then like maybe we had moved in together for maybe like a week or so. And then I remember her telling me like, no, like I'm not in love with you. I just love you, like really care for you. And I was like,
Capria, give me the toy, baby.
Who tells people they love them but not in love?
Sorry, y'all. You know how she gets her
she's
toys.
Mad. So when did you first fall in love with hip hop?
I felt.
Hi, girl.
Get down. I think I fell in love maybe like 6 months in.
That's when you start, calculating the month. That was 6 months.
But yeah, like 6 months in. Okay. Who can make the best Kool-Aid?
I haven't made Kool-Aid in years.
I haven't made Kool-Aid in years either.
I haven't made Kool-Aid since like middle school.
I can make the best margaritas though. For our housewarming, my drinks was bomb.
I make some good mimosas. I use about like this much champagne and like this much orange juice. It's pretty bomb. How did you two know you were ready for marriage?
I think you just get to that point. Like we were kind of already in the steps and doing everything as what from our idea of what marriage would be. Like we were paying bills together, we were living together. We kind of knew we had the same life goals. We were ready for that next step. Things kind of just aligned perfectly.
And I think if it makes sense, it gets to a point where I no longer felt like calling her girlfriend because like that just didn't encompass who you were. And then partner didn't fit, significant other. It just felt like we kept growing and moving and progressing. And I remember just looking at her one day and it was almost like I had a flash and then like I saw like her very old, like older than she is now, like old. and sitting like in a rocking chair with grandkids, my grandchildren. So yeah, I think that scared the shit. That scared me. But
she's working on her potty mouth.
No, just on camera. That scared me so bad, but it also let me know, like, it just, in that moment, I was like, okay, well, this is the person for me. My wife and I just got married, and now we're in the process of coming up with a savings plan. Any advice from you and Q?
Get a joint savings account, and if you guys can control, like, have multiple direct deposits, just automatically have an amount direct deposit into that one account.
Hide your checks, hide your debit cards, hide your credit cards.
And then have stipulations on what you can go into that account for. Like, you have to be very disciplined, because I'm really not. And neither is she.
Hard.
Because I be
Excuse me, ain't nobody brought me up. Like, why are you
I be
so
seeing
quick?
them parking garage swipes up in there.
So I work downtown. I have to pay to park, and sometimes I don't want to pay that out my own account. Like, I got to pay that out my own account every day. It's $7 a day.
So for the wedding, we were very disciplined. I think we both put in $400 a month into an account, and you just kind of, like I said, the only time we pulled out of that was just for wedding stuff, things like that. So now we try to just make vacations, house things like that. So I think that was the best thing. It's like, just automatically have it deposited, and don't be like, oh, I got to put this money in the account. Just straight out the check.
But also, you can't, like, literally financially starve yourself, because that becomes stressful too. Because I know there would be moments where we'd be, like, on a Saturday night, we'd be so pissed off, like, we can't go anywhere, we can't do anything. You do have to still treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Don't do it. My girlfriend recently proposed, and of course I accepted. However, our family is still not accepting of her or our relationship. Do you have any advice on how to push through this?
Look, you got one life to live.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
Who's there for you is gonna be there for you. I mean, if there's a piece that maybe they don't understand, if you can educate them. If you can't, if they just don't get it, I mean, honestly, you gotta live for yourself.
Yeah, and it's just that thought, like, you have to live in your truth. And I know we say that so much, but it's so hard to do, but it's such an important thing to do. So it is. Some people are just not going to accept you, because what I experienced is that even before Sequina, like, my family was it was so much pressure to graduate in 4 years, to graduate with a certain degree. And I was just trying to meet all that pressure. But you get to a certain point without even being gay or without even having a wife, that, like, at some point you just got to do what you got to do. So if it wasn't for, this woman, would they be mad about your job? Would they be mad about your school? Would they be mad about X, Y, Z? Like, people are going to be mad. You're going to be mad. People are going to talk. Your family's going to talk. I mean, as long as nobody's financially supporting you, that's my best advice. Get financially independent and, live your life.
I agree. I mean, everybody's not going to be on the bandwagon who's for you. This is one of the happiest times of your life. You only want the supporters around you anyway. You don't want anybody that's halfway in your circle. So, I know it's tough. And some people maybe have a couple conversations, try to get them around, figure out what it is, why they're not accepting, and see if it's something that can be talked about. Yeah. You want to kiss me?
I don't.
Okay, so can you give pointers on how to handle a woman who is just entering the lesbian world? Welcome, lesbian.
Okay, so first thing first, what do you need to do as a new lesbian?
Be 100. Make sure you're absolutely comfortable with being a lesbian. What else?
I don't know. Some of the things I say are like that I think of are like really personal, or my first thoughts.
Give us one.
Like, I think it's important to know, just because being a lesbian, one of the main differences is being with a woman. And I think if you're with yourself, if you know what you like, then that will make the transition to being with a woman physically better.
What else?
What was important to me was just having images of LGBTQA, because it wasn't easy for me to watch television at the time, so that was really important. So what shows was I like The L Word, Between Women, of course. I was picking up a lot of lesbian books at the time, just because it's like a whole world that you just really want to immerse yourself in, and you want to know the lingo, you want to talk the talk. The lingo. The lesbian lingo.
Oh, I do have a question.
You do?
You have that email here?
I don't think I'm logged in.
I remember it. Someone just said that they were trying to relocate if we had any advice for the relocation to Atlanta. Of course, if you have a job that can transfer, I would definitely take that opportunity just to get here and put your feet on the ground. Atlanta's very big, so I would suggest having vehicles if it's for you and your partner, having two, because you can work one place here, there, everywhere.
I would also suggest visiting, because a lot of people look at apartments online, apartments, homes, purchasing, renting, whatever, and you really want to drive around the area, just because there are, in Atlanta, it's a lot of up and coming areas that are in more challenging areas. So you want to see if your area is up and coming and or challenged, which is fine, but you just want to know what you're going into when you're going into it. Also, there are meetup groups. I didn't know this, but there are meetup groups. I have a friend, and she's moved a couple of times, and every city that she goes to, she kind of has meetup groups that she can meet really awesome people. She makes friends that way, and I think that's so cool to use the internet, other than like dating and getting some, to actually meet someone, and you can do the same thing, like have similar interests, whatever. So Atlanta's very big. It's a lot of different things that are going on, so I would just definitely suggest visiting.
Someone said, can y'all do the So Gone challenge? Want to do the So Gone challenge?
I can't really rap or sing.
You can't rap or sing?
No, what are you doing?
Let's do it. I like that. Sitting in the living room, recording this YouTube video. I got J Mills with me. Capri is here too.
No, I don't have anything.
Well, that's So Gone challenge as far as we got. All right, so like I said, info@loveandlabelstv.com. You can shoot your questions there too if you don't want to just put it on YouTube. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great day.
See you later.